to repay the stranger for his help. A beautiful married woman sneaks over to his apartment behind her husband's back and impatiently repays him using her own special way. She doesn't leave the apartment until the afternoon, feeling totally reluctant, while her husband currently has zero clue about his wife's betrayal. Seeing Ellie finally put the kids to sleep, he gets super eager to spice things up with her.
Není mi dobře.
Já ti neuškodím. Pojď. Len pojď.
Poor John could never have imagined the real reason his wife rejected him is actually cause she is getting love from another man outside. A few days later, Ellie's daughter suddenly gets sick. Ellie calls the doctor over for a house visit. Luckily, her daughter just has a mild fever and will recover in a few days just by taking meds on time. But right after Ellie puts her daughter to sleep, her lonely heart starts getting totally restless again. Making an excuse about an emergency, she asks the neighbor to watch the kids for a bit, then desperately rushes straight back to her lover's apartment. Meanwhile, John is stressing hard over the family finances. Having 4 kids is literally making him go broke. Right while he is stressing, a familiar voice suddenly rings out. It turns out to be John's former co-worker, who recently got promoted and transferred to this exact spot, and is already working as a manager now. But John has literally been stuck in the exact same place for years. Even his promotion request got ruthlessly rejected. On the flip side, Ellie is so lost in pleasure, she totally forgets the time. By the time she leaves, it is already getting dark outside. When she desperately rushes back home, she finds her husband trying to calm the crying kids, while their sick daughter is still super dizzy and out of it. This makes an already depressed John even more frustrated.
Tak sakra, něco dělej!
Já se snažím.
Looking at the absolute chaos inside the house, John steps right outside, making a super tough decision in his head. That evening, he goes to find his doctor buddy, hoping he could use his connections to find him a tenant, to rent out their spare room and relieve some financial pressure. Coincidentally, Ellie's lover is actually at this exact same hotel.
Václave!
Through chatting, John learns the boy has been renting places this whole time, and his buddy is actually super familiar with him, obviously making this boy the absolute perfect candidate for a tenant. Right after dinner, John brings the boy straight home. The second Ellie sees clearly who walked in, she instantly freezes, thinking their secret affair was totally busted. Luckily, her husband quickly explains, the boy is just a tenant he brought back, which finally lets Ellie's totally tense heart relax. Early next morning, right after John leaves for work, the boy impatiently walks right out of his room. Ellie can no longer hold back the intense joy inside her. She tricks the kids into playing outside, then dives straight into the boy's arms, feeling the pure heat coming from each other's bodies. After the boy heads out to school looking super satisfied, this taboo romance suddenly sparks a crazy inspiration in Ellie, picking up a pen to write a romance novel based on her own actual experience. Through the introduction of her husband's doctor buddy, this novel actually gets praised by 2 super senior editors, who say if Ellie can finish the whole thing, they would be more than happy to publish it for her. Late at night, non-stop vibrations keep coming from the next room, making the highly hormonal teenager totally unable to sleep. When Ellie enters the boy's room the next day, the boy looks extremely upset and moody, and even purposely wrote a poem just to mock her. Seeing this, a furious Ellie is about to turn around and leave. The boy instantly explains himself.
Protože se trápí. Protože žádlím. Nechci se o tebe dělit.
Jsem jenom tvoje. Co pak to nevíš?
And just like that, the two totally make up again. But little do they know, the husband and the doctor are walking straight toward the house. John bought a chicken, wanting to thank his buddy for all his recent help. The bored doctor steps inside the house first and starts playing around with the kids, but unexpectedly witnesses a scene he definitely should not have seen. A completely panicked Ellie is responding to John, who just walked in, but the doctor already totally busted their secret affair. He can't bear to let his buddy keep getting played like a fool. But he knows if he actually spills this secret, their entire family would be completely destroyed. So after hesitating for a quick second, the doctor just drops one sentence, telling Ellie to turn back while she still can, then makes an excuse and leaves without even eating dinner. While Ellie is still terrified that he might expose her, cautiously peeking right out the door, she finds the doctor just calmly chatting with John before leaving, seemingly having zero intention of exposing her at all. But she realizes this underground romance can no longer stay hidden. So Ellie cuts the boy off early on his way home from school and tells him she officially decided to divorce John, so the two of them can finally be together in broad daylight. Ellie is obviously completely blinded by love, but the boy standing right in front of her is totally wide awake. So during their dinner time right after, right in front of both the husband and wife, he makes a decision that Ellie simply cannot accept.
Rozhodl jsem se, že dokončím studia ve Vídni. Zítra mě čeká poslední zkouška a potom odjedu domů k rodičům. Odjíždím pozítří.
The boy's insanely casual goodbye instantly shatters every single illusion Ellie had about love. Inside this forbidden game totally packed with thrills and betrayal, she naively thought she grabbed the ultimate lifeline to escape her boring life, even willing to bet her entire family just to chase true love. But little did she know, in the eyes of this young boy, she was nothing but a ridiculous fling that required zero responsibility.